I did invite a bunch of people to breakfast one time, and just right after I met Teresa.
Yeah.
And we sat in a restaurant for 2 hours, and nobody showed up, even though 1,000 people a day come to my transgender website. So I don't know. I guess everybody's kind of afraid.
Yeah,
Why did
but
I quit speaking?
we don't know if anybody was in surrounding tables eyeing us carefully.
This is true. I didn't see anybody eyeing us carefully, but God, it's hot in here without the air conditioner. No matter, we have to keep it off for the sound. In any event, the reason I stopped going to speaking engagements in the community was simply because the last one I went to, somebody came up and they couldn't stay, but they brought me one of the voice videos, and they walked up to me and they had it in their hand and they started shaking, and they were saying, "Could you please sign this for me?" And I looked at them, and it was just a weird experience to have somebody so terrified of meeting the great Melanie Ann Phillips that they were actually literally physically shaking. So I naturally refused to sign. No, I signed it for them, and after that, that was my very last speaking engagement about 3 years ago. So I haven't been around much. I never traveled to do talks. In my transition, I only went to about 12 or 14 support group meetings, had about 6 or 8 sessions with my psychologist, never really had any friends except a couple of acquaintances. It was 1991 when I started the Transgender Community Forum, and back then it was just a meeting, and eventually it became known as the America Online Gender Group. And then after 3 years of hosting meetings every Sunday online, I got burned out and quit that. Published The Subversive for a while, published the very first online gender newsletter on the internet, and a lot of other things. I like to do things first and then get out and leave everybody else to pick up the pieces. I guess that's the way I...
Kind of like Neil Armstrong.
Yes, that's it. That's it. One small...
If we won't go there.
Anyway, okay, so that covers all that stuff, and I think, aside from some questions that someone asked that I will answer later here, that gives you sort of the background. Now, God, you've been with me for 20 minutes, and all you've heard is this tale justifying the fact that, yes, I do exist, unless I happen to be CGI, okay?
Wait.
So, what?
Explain how you met me originally, way back when.
Okay, when I was going to the support group, one day this woman walked in who was wearing just jeans and a tank top, no makeup, and she, you know, what's she doing here? Is she lesbian? What's going on? Because it was kind of a group for anybody who had any kind of sexual deviation, and they show. No, it's like, I am not a deviant. Anyway, but
very
okay,
cute.
So. So anyway, I was looking around, and there she was, and everybody was looking over, because everybody else was sitting there, you know, with the high heels and the midi skirts and the wig, you know, and the makeup plastered on, and we all looked really stupid. And in comes this person with nothing on, and we go, "What's she doing here?" And so she got her chance to talk, and it turned out that she was someone who, in fact, was already post-op and had lost track of being able to meet with anybody to describe what she was going through. Everything was kept inside because she was kind of undercover, and this was the only opportunity to come and vent every once in a while with a peer group. Well, that was 10 years before I met Teresa again on the internet by a posting that I had made right when I was in the deepest part of my personal depression, and she responded to something I had seen and started mentioning the last names of people that I only put the first name of in my diary to protect them. And so we got together, talked on the phone. She sounded great.
Got your attention.
Got my attention, and I've still been looking for my attention. I think she still has it somewhere hidden in a closet. Maybe it's time to take it out of the closet. Let's all take, you know. Well, as I was saying the other day, I should do the Howard Beale thing for like network, and I should come out here where, you know, I'm imploring everybody to do something different. Instead of "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore," I should say, "All of you transgender people in TV land and webcast land, get up right now and go to your windows and stand up and throw open that window and shout at the top of your lungs, 'I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to fake it anymore.'" That's what you ought to do, see? I want to hear you in this apartment building. I want to hear you down the street. Let's hear it throughout the cities ringing, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to fake it anymore."
I live with her.
I'm afraid so.
It's frightening.
Well, in any event, that's how I met Teresa, and we eventually got together and just sort of had a meeting over at the house. Naturally, I didn't move out before I met Teresa, and then that was sort of the time to move on from there.